All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning from Oklahoma. I hope everybody's enjoying their week, getting ready for the long weekend. Wanted to take a couple minutes and submit this week's assignment. Just got done tying some flies here against my wife's better judgment. I'm sitting here at the vise and wanted to take a few minutes and get this video filmed. So I hope nobody's distracted by that, but this is where I do my best thinking, so only rightfully so, this is a good place to film a video. Anyways, real quick, just introduction and to kind of explain a couple things about why I'm here. As I've posted already and explained, I grew up in Pennsylvania. I grew up in a really historic area. I was really into fly fishing, really into hunting as a kid, and I think that's where most of this started. Especially in this degree field, everything's very focused around my passion. Growing up in Pennsylvania, I think I took a lot of stuff that we had there for granted, whether it was natural resource conservation or wildlife conservation or our fisheries. It was just something we had, and I love to be in the outdoors, and again, I think I took a lot of that for granted. I joined the Army in 2008, moved to Fort Carson, Colorado, and I think that's where the light really started to come on. When I was at Colorado and I started to see how they manage their natural resources, how they manage their wildlife, how they manage their fisheries, I thought to myself, what am I doing as a person, as an individual, to be a part of this? I'm passionate about all these things. I love these resources. Why am I not involved more? So during that time, during my first deployment out of there, I was in Afghanistan. I took 2 weeks. I flew down to New Zealand, did some fly fishing and some traveling in New Zealand and everything. And I saw very similar aspects there, and I was very intrigued by how they manage their resources and wildlife and everything. And when I got back to the States, I started to get involved in it a little bit more. We moved to New York, did a deployment out of New York. I came back to Oklahoma, did another deployment out of here. And when I got back last year, I said to myself, I really got to start getting back into professional education. And at the end of the day, I want to do something and go back to school for something I was passionate about. And it's not a plug for AMU, but honestly, this degree field, gave me the most options. And I sat down with the Fort Sill wildlife conservation manager, the head guy, and the environmental protection head guy here, and I said, hey, how do you get to where you are? How did you start? What did you do in your degrees? And I kind of took a little bit of aspects from both of those guys before I committed to anything. But at the end of the day, I wanted to study something and get a degree in something that I was passionate about, so that after the military I could possibly make another career, start another career. And it comes back to fly fishing for me, really, just to kind of end this out, but it comes back to fly fishing for me, really it does. This experience tying my own flies, fly fishing, catching fish is as holistic to me as you can get. I mean, just as holistic as harvesting an animal and bringing it back. And yes, the hunting and fishing are what I'm passionate about, but there are other things, the preservation of our resources and the conservation of our lands and historic sites all play into that for me. And at the end of the day, it's not just about hunting and fishing. It's about me being able to do my part now and after the military to ensure that those resources are here for my kids and future generations. So I hope that explains why I'm studying this in this class, in this degree field, to everybody, and I hope everybody has a enjoyable weekend. Thank you.